Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Let's Talk PMA. I'm Allie.
And I'm Jessica.
Today, we're going to switch it up just a little bit. It's going to be a little bit of a different episode. We're going to go over what we're calling our true journey. Okay, so we're going to go through it in this episode, but you can also check out our own individual days, whether it's a good day or a bad day. We're going to be posting it all throughout this week. So if you like and subscribe, check us out on Instagram, and we'll get into it. So starting off with our true journeys, we all go through good days, bad days, and we want to be able to show you guys the real and the raw, because we preach a lot and we say so many amazing things that you guys can use and that we use on our day-to-day basis, but we also struggle, and it's not that easy to just fall into place with it. So we're going to go ahead and just tell you what it's like.
Yeah, so I came up, I was thinking about this the other day when we were together last week, and it was so much fun. And I got to thinking, as we were having our interview with Alla, I mean, she's such an amazing inspiration with her kids and just the journey she's been on. And I got to thinking about myself and just, do I really practice what I preach and what we're doing? And, going through the workbook that we've started announcing to everyone and what that means and what that is. And I really, got to thinking, what is our true journey? Like, what is it that we are telling people that they should do, or how they can be better? Are we really doing it ourselves? And so came up with this idea to put ourselves out there, and it's pretty scary because it's life and it's our everyday. But I think it's real. And so letting people know that, we're not just saying what we're saying and expecting you to do it, but we should probably do it ourselves. So
It all just comes down to trying, and we try to do our best every single day. And it's not easy. We have our own routine. We'll meet every week, and we go over how we're doing. And we actually have our own workbook that we have been going through together and breaking down why we think the way we do, and how can we better think in our minds. How can we be learners, and how, instead of being a judger? And it brings up a lot. It brings up past experiences that have shaped how we think now. And it's been hard. We've gone through, and we cry every single time, or at least I cry every single time. And that's okay, because we've both gone through a lot as athletes, as students, as just friends, family. Everything that we've gone through, all of our different activities that we put into in life, have all given us good and bad experiences that have shaped us to how we think now. And so it's really hard, because we say, oh, we have all these good things, all these really, really good things that we want to share, and we want everyone else to be able to practice. But it's not going to come just like that. It takes time. And I know everything that I say, I have to practice. I don't do my affirmations every day, and I don't always work through my thoughts. And I do practice it when I am in my coaching situation, but when I'm home or I'm alone, it's not always that same thing.
Right. And I mean, I know going through the life coach school and how that broke me down as far as learning how to deal with my thoughts and what my thoughts create, and just learning that piece. Um, it's not easy, and you have these thoughts and you think this is real. This is, what is actually happening in your life. And if you really break it down, you can think maybe it's not. Maybe if I thought something different, then things would change. And so I know even this week, just getting ready for the holidays, and that always brings up tons of emotion, and there's lots of work to be done and extra work that's coming on. And I know even for myself, working with you, Allie, that we kind of had a rough week, and it's okay, and we have to understand that it is okay. It's hard, and yeah, sometimes there's lots of tears, but the cool thing is that because we've done all this work, that we can take a breath and we can say, okay, hold on, maybe I should have asked a different question. Maybe we just need to sit back for just a second and rethink what's happening and how we can make this better, and what other things can we do that we can communicate. And I don't think, looking back at this week, what we've gone through this week, I don't think a year ago we could have made it,
No,
honestly.
I mean, I think 3 years ago we couldn't have gone through it. I mean, really it comes down to communication, and we have always had trouble communicating. And it's usually one person comes off the wrong way and then the other person reacts. That's how we've always been. And doing a business together is challenging. And we've been very lucky to have been going the last, couple months and not really had any major fights, arguments, or things that like affected us to where we had to like stop or anything like that. We've been very, very lucky. And this has probably been our first big downfall. I don't know if that's the right word for it or not.
It just was just challenging, because I think we're getting to that spot, and sorry, I just cut you off, but where when things get harder and get more challenging, they get emotionally harder too. And so we're kind of going to that next level. And so when you go to the next level, it's not easy anymore. And so you have to figure out how to plow through those challenges. And I think that's where we're at.
Yeah, and I think we're both very emotionally involved in this, and we're very, very we're very excited, and like we're putting out everything that we want, we're putting into this, and it's becoming a little bit stressful. And because it is just the two of us, we don't have any other outside help, and there's a lot to do. And we're slowly trying to incorporate a couple more people in to help with us, but it's taking time. And so right now we're in this hard part where it's like, okay, we're so close to really just like stepping to the next level, but we just got to hold on. We got to hold on for a little bit longer. So I'm going to switch it a little bit. I want to go over what a good day for both of us looks like. I know both of our good days looks very different. But Mom, what is a good day that you experience realistically?
So a good day for me is when I am in my routines. So when I get up early and I journal and I do my meditations and I go over my day so that I am completely organized. I'm completely in a mindset of this is what I have to do. I have taken my mental time to just get ready for the day. And if I don't do that, then it's a big there. I have noticed a huge difference. In fact, I did that today. And just saying to myself, I am amazing and I can do this, and giving myself that positive flow, that's a good day for me.
What is your mental stuff that you do all the time?
So the biggest thing is my meditation in the morning and my journaling. So that's mentally, to me, when I journal, that's getting all my thoughts down on paper. And because otherwise they're just sitting in my head, they're spinning. And mentally, if I just let them sit there, then they just kind of explode and I get overwhelmed. And so that's so easy to do. So when I write it down, then I can kind of go through my steps of why am I thinking one way or the other, and work through it myself by getting it down. And then, just doing my positive affirmations, knowing that, you know, I am in the right place at this time. Am grateful. I feel love, peace, joy, and happiness and gratitude each and every day. And being able to put myself in that positive, sometimes when I'm meditating, I just smile. And knowing that I smile creates that energy within me that I know I can keep throughout the day, because I have created that positive energy first thing in the morning so that I can create it all throughout the day.
Yeah. I mean, my good day definitely is very different, and my good days vary. Um, Sometimes a good day for me is just getting out of bed and getting ready. Sometimes that's just how it is. I will go through times where I'm like, I'm just gonna spend the day in bed. Yeah, I will get work done. I will get what needs to get done, but I might just spend that time in bed while doing it. So sometimes just getting up, like today, I've had a very good morning. I got up, I took a shower, I did my skincare, I did my makeup. I didn't get to do my hair, but I got up and I got ready. I brushed my teeth, I took my dog out, I made some sort of a breakfast. But I did these little things, and I rewrote my affirmations on my mirror. Um, and that's a good day for me. That's just the little things. Most of the time, if I just get stuff done, that's just a good day for me. Very different. We also have very different mindsets. I'm a very much, I like to work out all my problems inside my head. And that's not always the best thing. And that's something that I work on and we work on together. Um, because I don't always find that writing it out makes me feel better. It doesn't always make me feel better, but I like to really just solve it internally, and that's just me. Because everybody does things differently. But your days might look like one of ours, or it could look completely different. But as long as you're seeing what a good day looks like for you, it can be the littlest things, like I said, like getting out of bed. That can be a win for you. Or doing an extra workout. That could be a win for you. Or it could be completing your list by 9 a.m. That could be a good day for you. It's going to vary. And as long as you have a good mindset through it and you're saying, okay, I feel good about what I have accomplished this morning or what I've accomplished today, then it's a good day.
Yeah, everyone varies. I think if you um, kind of compare, your days, like you said, Allie, if you stay in bed and you do get work done, but you just stay in bed all day. If you compare that to the days where you do get out of bed and you do, take a shower and to put your makeup on and you do things outside of your comfort zone of your bed, do you find that that you feel better or that you feel different?
I definitely would say it varies from day to day, because sometimes I need to just stay in bed because my bed is my comfort zone. And I've always been like that. I've always loved eating and taking naps, watching TV, hanging out just like in the comfort of my bed. That's just who I am. I don't know why, but it's a thing. But some days I need just a break from just getting up. And so like yesterday, I spent the day in my bed, but I worked the entire time and I had a really great day yesterday. but I did spend it from the comfort of my bed. Sometimes I do feel like I get more accomplished when I get out of bed, obviously. Um, but I definitely think for me, in my mental state, sometimes if I'm like, okay, I think today I need to get everything done, but I'm going to stay in bed and do everything, then that makes me feel good. So it just kind of depends on the day.
Yeah. And I can see that. And as we're doing this journey and as our thoughts, we're thinking about all the things that we do and don't do or whatever, um, you know, body is a big part of that, and so I know that a big part of my journey is, losing weight. And it's not really even losing weight. It's more for me being older, it's more of building muscle and building stamina. And I've lost that over the years because my job, I sit for hours on end and I haven't taken the time. And so my journey now, working through all this mental things that we've been going through in our journal and everything is, I'm realizing that, my body, I have to take care of it and I have to move. And so that's a big goal each and every day is to move. And it's, maybe it's just going and doing laundry and going up and down the stairs 3 or 4 times, or maybe it's taking my dog for a walk, or maybe it's going to the gym. But my goal every day now is to make myself move and to not sit for more than, 30 minutes at a time. But that's, everyone's different. I understand that, but our body, mind, and soul are part of our journey altogether. And we have to take care of all 3 of those to be really centered and um, be able to really live a life that's all together. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely learned because I used to think that I had to go to the gym and work out for an hour to 2 hours to be able to um, feel accomplished with my body, which at one point in my life, that was what I needed. And it was perfect for my mindset at that time. But going from being an athlete, which I mean, I still am an athlete, but being an active athlete on a team to a coach to just a day to day person, um, I don't, I lost that. I lost a lot of that, especially after college. I was like, I can take a break, I can rest now. And sometimes it gets pushed to that extent. And I have consistently been on and off with going to the gym, but I've learned that I don't have to go to the gym for an hour and a half to go to like move my body, to make myself feel good, to, tone my muscles, to lose weight, whatever it is, to feel good. But I can just go on a walk. I
Mhm.
can go, my boyfriend every single night takes our dog out. And in our apartment complex, it's a big complex. He walks around the entirety of it twice. And it's a good walk. And sometimes he'll run part of it with our dog as well. And so I've just taken, okay, I spent the entire day in bed. I didn't have coaching that night or whatever. I'm going to go on a walk with you, or I didn't really get much walking in today, so I'm going to go on that walk with you. Or sometimes I'm just still hyped after a practice and I'm like, okay, let's go on that walk. So it's just taking a little bit of time. And it's really good for us too, because that time that it takes us to walk around, which is like 40 minutes, we get that 40 minutes together to talk about our days, to talk about anything and everything, to just spend time together while also moving our bodies. So it's just finding the littlest things that make you happy and that are beneficial to you, that's moving your body. And I think that's probably one of the most like hardest and toxic things about going from being an active athlete to not playing for a team or a school or anything, is thinking that you still have to go a million miles an hour, 100% all of the time, especially when it comes to working out. Like, it's not always that necessary. Find the little things that you can do that still is keeping your body active.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know when I got out of high school and didn't play basketball anymore, that's that's when I put the weight on, because I didn't have that structured um, workout anymore. And, my knees were bad. My knees are still bad and getting worse. But um, yeah, when you're so used to someone else guiding your days and, your workouts and pushing you, and you have that constant, that's why coaches are valuable. They're valuable, through school. They're valuable afterwards. If you can, find a coach to keep you going after you get done playing sports. If you do, find it, because I know for myself, I went through a huge depression after high school. So that because I didn't have that anymore, I didn't know what to do, and so it became really hard. And so, just any advice for any kids out there, that are going through this, and you're so used to having a coach, um, just mentally be prepared for that afterwards. What are you going to do? Are you going to continue to work out and keep your body, or are you going to take a rest? And how are you going to get back from that rest?
Yeah. I mean, I think getting back from that rest is the hardest. I know I went through that. And I'm continuing to go through that, but just find the little things that you can do that continues to move your body. Um, Even if it's going and playing whatever sport, as a rec, find a team or just go play at your gym or whatever. I mean, I used to go play basketball, and I mean, I go play basketball with my coworkers all the time, or I used to go to the gym and play in the rec leagues and things like that. Just find something that makes you happy about moving your body. Don't do anything that makes you dread it. Because if you're going to the gym and you don't want to be there, you're not benefiting yourself. So, Mom, I know we've talked about this a little bit, and I know that you kind of wanted to share um, being a parent and struggling with being active with your kid. Um, we used to go to the gym all the time, and I know there were certain things that I just knew that you wouldn't do with me, or you or dad wouldn't do with me as well. Um, Not because you didn't want to, but just because of physical abilities, which is totally fine. And I never had any problems with it. But like, how do you as a parent cope with that? Because I know that was really hard, like really hard for you.
It was really hard. Yeah, it was. I was so active, and basketball was my life, growing up, and to be able to coach and teach our kids, the same skills, and being physically heavier, or because my knees weren't good, I couldn't do all the things that I wanted to with you. And it was hard. It was mentally, physically hard. And I put myself down a lot because of it, and beat myself up a lot because of it. Um, so it's just another self-confidence thing. But I think that I've been able to grow enough that I'm not punishing myself for it now, but it's still there. My granddaughter's now 5 and is going to start playing sports, and I want to be able to run and play and do all the fun things with her. And so that's part of this journey, is to be able to get my body to the point where it doesn't hurt all the time, and my weight to where it can be where I'm like, I feel free and I can do what I want to do. I want to go
Yeah.
to Disneyland and ride on all the rides and not worry about it.
Yeah. I mean, I know that's something that I watched you struggle with as we grew up, but it was never, for me, it was never something that like I was butthurt about, or, I'd be like, dang, I would never say, dang, I wish my mom could do this with me, unless it was like a ride and you couldn't go on the ride or something like that. But like when it comes to sports, I never, because you guys, you and dad both, dad with his back, he couldn't do everything with me either. But I never thought like it was such a bad thing or a horrible thing that you couldn't do them with me, because you guys were so supportive regardless. And you guys always showed up, and you guys would still take me to the gym, and I would go work on whatever it was, and you guys would be there. You'd do what you could, and you would just support me. And that was like the biggest thing. So I think if you're any kind of parent that might be going through this, or not really sure how to support your kid because you might have physical limitations, that's okay. As long as you continue to stay there, to show up, and to support your kids, you can't do anything else but that, because they're going to see that. I never thought that they couldn't do it, because I knew that it was because they physically couldn't. I didn't want to hurt them. It wasn't because they didn't want to be there. So everybody has their own journeys. Everybody is going through their own life, right? And we're going to share it with you, and we want to share it with you. Today was just a little snippet of what we've been going through, what we have gone through, and we're going to continue to share it with you guys. So again, this week, please check out all of our social medias. All of it is Let's Talk PMA, on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, everything. We will have everything up for you guys to see. Watch us go through our own journeys and our good days, our bad days. And we can't wait to share it with you guys.
We're going to be a little raw this week, so just be prepared, and hopefully that we can be a little bit of an inspiration to those going through the same things.
Yeah, and if you guys would like to share your true and raw experiences, please feel free to DM us, send us your own videos of what you're going through. Just share with us, because we want to be able to share with everybody else. The more experiences, the better. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe. We do have our workbook coming out here very soon, very, very soon. We're super excited about it. And we'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great week.